Guys, so look, Tom Lee, BlackRock, Michael Saylor, all these guys are crazy. They just won't stop buying crypto. Particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum are seeing gargantuan sums of money flooding into them. It's only a matter of time before the altcoin market starts reacting accordingly. And of course, altcoin companies are also getting their treasury companies. This is the liquidity flow of 2025, plus ETFs and all the other crazy going on. I want to talk about what's going on there, the sell-off in the market, the dangers of today as we head into the FOMC meeting, and more. And of course, the vibe right now, ETH on the verge of breaking 4K. Massive asteroid on potential impact path of the moon could trigger a destructive meteor shower on Earth. I think we also had a tsunami. Aliens are coming, apparently. Every time ETH's about to break 4K, the world ends. Classic. You keep it classy, Ethereum. That's fantastic. Anyway, Ted sharing this yesterday. They look like pure panic selling ahead of today's Fed meeting and rate decision. There probably won't be a rate cut, by the way. People likely dump their bags in fear. Guys, if you're dumping your bags over the rate cut, I don't even know what to say. Anyway, they'll probably end up FOMO buying back in at higher prices after the Fed speaks. Why does it feel so familiar? We've seen this pattern repeat so many times. Classic. Geiger Capital FOMC meeting tomorrow. Can't sleep. The Fed meeting will impact the financial futures of our great-grandchildren. Most important Fed meeting since last month's Fed meeting. Agreed. Here's the next bearish narrative. Cryptic Trades posting this. U.S. threatens to impose 100% tariff on China and India, by the way, if they continue to buy Russian oil. It's getting serious. It's getting serious, guys. Always a bearish narrative. Always something going on out there, okay? Got to stay positive. Guys, remember, life's a vibe. Fuck the doomer bullshit, okay? We're going to be fine, okay? Look at the charts. Play the charts. Bitcoin. The world is ending. Consolidating in a range. That's all that's happening. We're consolidating in a range. Now, we lose the range significantly. We can have a conversation there. Breakdown side of the range target is around $112,000, $111,000, which is basically a retest of the previous all-time high. Fine. Breakout target to the upside is around $124,000, essentially a new all-time high. Okay, so we're consolidating. We're in a range. Price hasn't done anything for Bitcoin for basically a month here. We had our initial move up, and then nothing, Some wicks to the up and down side, but it's just kind of chilling right now, which is fine. You can see, of course, we are losing a little bit of momentum with the MACD trending downwards, but MACD's trending down, but price is barely moving right now. Okay. MicroStrategy. You know, it's funny because we had this, just as an aside, we had this big whale cashing out and everybody's freaking out about it the other week. And then look, MicroStrategy literally buys the equivalent of a quarter of that ancient whale Bitcoin. 21,000 more BTC. These guys now control 628,791 BTC on the road to 1 million. He just won't stop. He's a crazy person. Michael Saylor is a crazy person, man. And a genius. But they just won't stop. And of course, this is just one of many treasury companies. Jack Mallers' company, they've come out and now they're the third largest treasury company with, I think, 46,000 Bitcoin. More treasury companies keep coming all the time. The demand from corporate treasury companies and ETFs is absolutely bonkers. It's the major liquidity driver of this cycle, and it's not finishing yet. I think we still have a lot more room to run for this narrative before things kind of top out. Billionaire Ray Dalio now recommends a 15% allocation to hedge against fiat debasement. Raymundo. Ray's into Bitcoin, man. Love it. He's been in Bitcoin for a while now, but I think he's getting more and more into Bitcoin as time goes on. As Michelle says, first it's just 1%. Now it's 15%. Do you understand? Oh, we do. Got Bitcoin. Guys, we're trading cryptocurrency markets right now. You need a great place to do that at. That place is BitUnix, where I'm doing a lot of my futures trading personally. If you want to join me over there, there's a link right down below here. You can go over there, start trading, having a good time. Long rips, short the dips, be able to anyone, anywhere. That does mean you. Anyone, anywhere. No KYC, no VPN. You can use BitUnix. And here's the deal. It's only 1 day left for this current campaign, by the way. So if you want to take advantage of it, better act fast. You can deposit $1,000 and put $200 cash back in your account. $2,000, $400 cash back money into your account. You can use a trade on the exchange. And you get up to $9,000 in trading bonuses. This is a pretty sweet deal. Act fast. It's almost expired, this current deal. So link down below. Go check it out. Okay, so got a lot of big Ethereum news here. SEC approves in-kind creation redemption for all spot Bitcoin ETFs. That actually says all crypto ETPs. So this will be for a wider range of stuff, not just Bitcoin, Bitcoin Magazine, but yes, Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others when they come. Okay, so this is a big deal because it means that you can actually just send your Bitcoin to BlackRock and then have a BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, which for old whales holding tens of thousands of Bitcoin, they may appreciate the peace of mind that comes from that. Of course, then what if BlackRock scams you? But anyway, I can see the appeal. And redemptions is big too because it means you can get Bitcoin back from your spot Bitcoin ETF in the future. Okay? This opens up the possibility for a lot more liquidity in and out of the ETF market. So it's a very, very big deal. Now, Ethereum, $200 million in ETF inflows. And man, it's just crazy, isn't it? Earlier at the start of the year, we had all these huge Bitcoin ETF inflows, and ETH was absolutely dead in the water. If we had a day when we got 2, 3, 4 million, we'd be, wow, somebody bought $2 million of Ethereum ETFs today. What are these crazy people thinking? Now, Wall Street is on the Ethereum train, okay? And you guys know I was very pessimistic on Ethereum at the start of the year, but now we have all the treasury companies, Wall Street buying in the ETFs. Ride the wave, baby. Ride the wave. Don't get married to assets. Ride the wave when it comes. The wave is here. I'm currently riding. The ETF money flowing in is highly impactful for Ethereum, as is the treasury company money, okay? We have a new treasury company coming, by the way. Publicly traded 180 Life Science to raise $425 million to buy Ethereum for its treasury and rebrand to ETHZilla. They just won't stop. It's the toxic liquidity of this cycle. And I don't know how long all this goes, how long Wall Street's going to keep throwing money at all these random treasury companies to raise money to buy crypto. It's not going to end well. You know, ETHZilla, come on, you guys know shit ain't going to end well. But between now and when it ends badly, there's a lot of money to be made. These crazies just keep buying up assets like they're going out of style. It's bonkers, man. So we're going to see the continued rise in price as billions and billions continue to get deployed into these assets. What did we say the other day? It's about 10 billion at least sitting that has been committed to buy ETH that hasn't yet been deployed, okay? There's a lot of money coming into the market, particularly at the top level for the top assets. That's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. They're getting the most traction right now. We also have XRP, we have Solana, we have BNB, SUI, and others that are getting attention here, okay? Bitmine buys more. Of course they did. Of course they did. I think they're the #1 treasury holder right now, but it's neck and neck right now with SharpLink Gaming. So Bitmine backed by Tom Lee, SharpLink Gaming backed by Joe Lubin. Both these guys are just rushing to buy as much ETH as they can right now. They just keep buying. Tom Lee literally wants to hold 5% of the supply of Ethereum. What's that do to the price of ETH when one company wants to hold 5%? It's crazy stuff. The implications are absolutely bonkers. Of course, Joe Lubin also probably wants to hold around 5%. eToro to launch tokenized U.S. stocks on the Ethereum blockchain. More tokenized stocks coming, more liquidity in the markets. Of course, more competition for your altcoin bags on chain too, so make sure you're choosing the right ones, obviously, but that's a good thing for ETH and for the market overall. This is actually really good news here, by the way. So Linea, a layer 2 on Ethereum. Man, the longest airdrop farm ever, I swear. Anyway, Linea is set to become first layer 2 to burn ETH at protocol level with 20% of net fees directed towards reducing overall supply. This is fantastic. This is Ethereum aligned. This is a good layer 2. Base, you could literally learn a lesson here. Why don't you guys burn some ETH too? Contribute. Take 80% of the fees. Still make your tens of millions of dollars per year on the fees that you're making. But maybe, just maybe, throw a little bit back into the ecosystem. Burn a little bit, man. Burn a little bit. It won't be huge amounts of money, but it'll be something. And I like the intent. I like the idea. Like, let's give something back. Good. Good. SEC acknowledges BlackRock filing to allow staking for its spot Ethereum ETF. Remember what I said. What BlackRock wants, BlackRock gets. Staking will come to the Ethereum ETFs. It will come in the not-so-distant future. When it does, it'll provide even yet another wave of excitement for Ethereum ETFs, because now you can earn yield on them. So all these people buying Ethereum ETFs now will start earning 3-4% or whatever on their ETF holdings, which will be attractive. You can hold Bitcoin, it'll go up 100% in price, or you can hold Ethereum, it'll go up 100, maybe 200% in price, and you'll get 3 to 4% returns the whole way. Okay, pretty cool. ETH essentially doing nothing right now. It's interesting as altcoins, if you're holding altcoins, you're probably feeling like, what the heck is going on right now? Altcoins have been getting hit pretty hard, but ETH barely moving. Now it does have a bearish RSI divergence with the price hitting a high here on the 21st of July, a new slightly higher high on the 28th, coinciding with a RSI peak followed by a lower RSI peak. Here, as you can see, doesn't mean the price will go down, but we are again at the area of massive resistance. So if you're trying to long ETH into this massive zone of resistance, it's not the right time to do it. You need to wait for the 4K break or a retracement back to reload a limit long. MACD momentum finally flipping into the red with a bearish cross on the daily MACD. So bulls need to step it up big time here to get us over 4K. Failure to do so could either see more consolidation in this range right here between, let's say, $3,500 and $3,800, or potentially a retracement a bit lower. Solana sitting on the 28 EMA currently and the uptrend line. Again, bulls need to step up here on Solana soon or risk losing the 20-day EMA, which then brings, of course, 165 back into sight here. Key support here. Put that line across for you so you can see it. Support here, actually resistance, sorry. Resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Try to flip that now into support at the 50-day EMA. So bulls need to defend the 20-day EMA right now, or we see this level come as probably the next key level for buying and entering into limit long orders, okay? XRP also sitting at 20-day EMA. Again, we're still just chilling at 20-day EMA for a lot of assets, which is a normal situation. We have big breakouts. We have 20-day EMA retest. The question is, can the bulls step up enough momentum into the month of August? August can be a pretty rough month in crypto markets seasonally. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the bulls can really deliver. Everyone's going to start going on holiday, sitting on the Amalfi Coast. They're not buying dog coins. They're not buying Ethereum. They're relaxing. So we need that momentum to continue through the month of August. Okay, guys, you got the internet on the Amalfi Coast. Okay, you get your phone out, you market buy ETH. Just don't think about it. That's how it works. Anyway, not financial advice to Wall Street goons. Anyway, this is an interesting spot, of course. Again, 20-day EMA retest across the board for a lot of major assets. But the majors are looking decent. Now you might say, "What, Lark? What are you talking about? It's looking decent. We just went to 365 on XRP. Now it's at 310. Yeah, but it was at like $2 a few weeks ago. Perspective, right? Perspective. Sol, ETH, Bitcoin, XRP, all looking pretty good. But a lot of altcoins have been hit a lot harder, and their structure's looking a lot more questionable. Look at Pepe, for example. Pepe bags, once again, underwater, stopped out like 3 times or whatever on this trade. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, rejected at a major area of downtrend. Downtrend line right here. We got rejected, okay? We got rejected here, losing the 20-day EMA currently. No trade here. Now, if you're buying spot bags for Pepe, that's one thing. Probably a value zone here is appearing. But if you are trying to trade this, I would wait for a 20-day EMA reclaim, which currently is around 0.000123. Okay, so that would be what I'd watch for right now for Pepe. A lot of memes looking pretty similar, though. Bonk finally breaking down. This is a bullish pennant. Bullish pennant was not bullish. Ended up having a bearish breakdown, unfortunately. Losing the 20-day EMA. And the implied target for that moves around 0.00002. 4 zeros and a 2. Okay, there you go. It's currently at 4 zeros and a 2.8. So let's see what happens here for this move, whether that's enough or we get a bit of a more flush here. Bonk remains, of course, a very interesting asset considering their launch pad and the meme coin stuff going on over there. People getting very, very excited about what's going on in launch for good reason, because pump fun sucks and Bonk is cooler, basically. Whiff here, similar situation, back down to 50-day EMA currently. Lost the uptrend line here, as you can see. Not fantastic. I think there was a decent trade potential to try to hop in here. That did not work. 20-day EMA reclaim did not work. Trend line reclaim did not work. So trend line and 20-day EMA both broke around. 50-day EMA currently. Potentially there's a trade there for a bounce off the 50-day EMA. At least you have a clear risk-reward invalidation point. You know, if it fails to hold the 50-day EMA, you get out at 95 cents, let's say. So it's a 97.5. Currently, you get out at 95. Okay, fine. Either bounces or it doesn't bounce. Okay. But currently uptrend structure broken. Bulls need to step it up and try to recover that in the very near future. Otherwise, we could see more consolidation and more downward price momentum for some of these key memes. A lot of the charts are looking relatively similar right now. Okay. That's it. That's it, guys. Lots of exciting stuff going on in the market as always. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.